What's up YouTube, and welcome to my first hunting video of the 2021 season. I have a lot of great hunting videos ahead for you guys. I practiced my bow a ton this summer and got right out into the desert and started following tracks, setting trail cameras, and patterning these crazy wild desert bucks that I love to hunt. We're going to jump right into some opening day action for you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Please give it a like and comment and subscribe to my channel to support me as a YouTuber. Okay, so it's kind of a hard year for deer, so I didn't expect this much luck right out of the gate. But I just saw one of the best bucks on my camera, probably at about 200 yards away, and I watched him walk across and then go down into the wash where they typically like to bed. So I don't want to spook him or bump him now while he's settling into his bed, but I'm probably going to sit and try to intersect him when he comes out of his bed towards the evening. So already more action on opening day than I thought. That's awesome. Alright you guys, so this morning I saw one of the better bucks that's been on my trail cameras cross in front of me and go to his bedding area at about 200 yards away from me. I think I have a pretty good idea where he's bedded at, so I am going to get in position and wait for him to come out for the evening hunt. Honestly, this is a lot more action than I expected for opening day. It's kind of a weird year, but I'll take it. So these are the tracks of the nice buck I saw this morning. It's a cool thing about when it rains in the desert. You can easily track things. After following that buck's track for miles, I wasn't able to turn him up. It turns out he bedded way farther back into the desert than I could have ever expected. I like using the Scout to Hunt tracker feature when I am tracking deer, whether it's after I shot a buck or if I'm tracking a deer to a bedding zone. It is a really handy tool. All the other days of hunting were good. The temperatures were really hot, and there were two deer in particular that I was after, and they were showing up on my trail cameras just after dark, sadly. The closest they ever got to being out in front of me during legal light was when one showed up on my camera about 20 minutes after I left, which was about 20 minutes too dark for legal light. So you can see here, I just covered a ton of ground. Conditions were tough. It was really windy. I do want to say that there was numerous times that I was within 20, 30, 40 yards of small deer, 2 points, 3 points, smaller 4 points, but I am going to keep the deer footage to a minimum to protect the deer that I'm hunting and my hunting spots. I want to show you guys some of the terrain that I'm hunting using the Scout to Hunt app here. You'll see it's scattered cedar and juniper trees, lower elevation overall, nice little bluffs, nice little meadows and openings, tons of grass this year compared to other years because of all the rain we had. And I do want to say that one of my favorite features about Scout to Hunt that I used a lot on this deer hunt alone is the tracking feature. These here, I'm scrolling through the markers, and what I'll do is I'll put a mark where I start a track. I'll use the tracking feature to track the deer's actual tracks in the sand, and this way I can go back and look at all the other different deer trails that I've followed over the years, and that is the most helpful tool for patterning deer. What is up YouTube? A little different scenery from out in Utah. Right now I'm in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. I spent Thanksgiving here for the holidays, and I just wanted to give you a little update on that hunt. So like I said, I apologize that I have to keep certain footage of different bucks and stuff that I'm seeing on the DL, but here's the reason why. I have a dedicated hunter tag. So I put about 10 days of hunting boots on the ground in Utah for this year, and then after that I decided to call it quits, wait for next year. This was the first year of my dedicated hunter tag. Dedicated hunter in Utah means that I can hunt for 3 years and tag out 2 deer within that 3-year period. So these next 2 years are going to be the last 2 of my dedicated hunter, and that's where I'm going to want to definitely tag out on a buck. Another reason that I pulled out was because I wanted to get a velvet mule deer with my bow. I want 2 more velvet mule deer with my bow out of this dedicated hunter tag, and was about September 1st when they started showing up on my camera with their velvet shedded. And there was one buck that I would still be very happy to shoot hard horned, but he just kept coming out in the middle of the night. He was very, very nocturnal. The area I'm hunting, there's really nothing I can do to get closer to him, get me a chance in the daylight. It just is what it is. And this style of hunting that I do, it's very time consuming. You need a lot of patience. You're just waiting for that buck to make one mistake and come out 10 minutes before legal light is over, 5 minutes before legal light is over. It's worked for me in the past and it'll probably work out for me next year. I'm totally cool with the fact that I didn't get a buck this year. The one in particular that I really want is so special. I wish I could show you guys, but like I said, these small town hunting areas are brutal. People are really awful. I'm out there by myself. I have to be careful. I have to protect these deer that I'm actively hunting. Hopefully next year you guys see a picture of me holding this buck in my hands, and then all is good, and then you'll know which buck I'm talking about. I know that was a short video, but moral of the story is the hunt went great. It was just a little hot. The bucks were a little nocturnal. I headed out to Alaska after this hunt for a caribou hunt. That's going to be a 3-video series coming out soon. After that, I have aoudad hunting in New Mexico, bear hunting in Colorado, whitetail hunting in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I have a Utah mountain lion tag, and I have a Utah cow elk tag still to come. So lots of great hunting videos coming out soon. I'm going to try to do a video every day, or at least as much as possible in the month of December, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'd love to hear how your deer hunts went for you guys. Something, I'm not blaming it on this, but it's very interesting to see how Mother Nature plays a part in your hunting experiences. We had a ton of rain this year, and a lot of the areas I typically hunt were totally destroyed due to flash flooding from monsoons. So that was really, really crazy. Something that I never could imagine would be a challenge in my deer hunt. But if you look closely at some of the footage in those videos, you can see actually the flood levels, like the floodplain was high. It would have been very dangerous if I was out there any day that it rained. And a couple days I was out there with a little rain, but thankfully none of the major floods happened while I was out there hiking, which I'm very careful anyway. And I wouldn't go out there in the rain. Don't go out in the desert in the rain. Just a good rule of advice. Once again, you guys, for all my Western hunting excursions, I use the Scout to Hunt mapping app. It is free to use for Apple and Android, 100% free. You can download it at the link in the description box. Happy hunting. I hope your guys' deer hunts, elk hunts, whatever you're hunting, is going really well for you guys this season, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye.